Hey everyone, welcome back to No Mana, No Problem. My name is Mikey and I'll be your host for today, and today we're taking a look at another historic deck tech, and we're taking a look at Shamans. Now, this is a deck I haven't played since Historic Horizons came out the first couple days. It was a list that I originally got from Seth over at MTG Goldfish. Changed just a couple of cards and kind of put the deck down as we moved on to other things. But I kind of wanted to revisit it. Shamans are actually starting to show up in some results in historic tournaments and some organized play. Today we're going to have just a little bit of fun. We're going to go out on the best of one ranked ladder. Somewhere in the percentages of Mythic right now, I think we're around 90-91%. We were having some fun with some jank decks over the last couple days. So Shamans are really built around two cards. The first being Harmonic Prodigy, which was a Historic Horizons update card. Harmonic Prodigy is a creature human wizard for 1 and a red. It's got prowess and simply says, if an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers, that ability triggers another time. So we've loaded our deck full of shamans. Elvish Visionary lets us draw a card. Fauna Shaman, we can tutor up a different creature card. Burning Tree Emissary, also a shaman and good for mana acceleration. We have our Goblin Shaman. I was really trying to say like what that is. An Archomancer? An Archomancer. The Goblin Anarchomancer. For green and red, each spell that you cost that's green or red costs 1 less to cast. The package is great. What enables us to like play these little low power creatures though and get away with it is an elemental shaman called Rage Forger. And when Rage Forger enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other shaman creature you control, and whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, you may have that creature deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. So your ideal lines of play are a Harmonic Prodigy sometime early on in the game, get some value out of maybe an Elvish Visionary or Burning Tree Emissary and double up some creatures, and then play your Rage Forger, put a +1/+1 on everything, and just start swinging. This is a fairly simple and straightforward like game plan. We have Land of War Elves for a little bit of mana acceleration early, Collected Company because most things cost below 3 mana, and we're all creature based, with the exception of the one of Zariel that I put in the main deck for best of one. I just like the idea of, especially in the mirror, of getting everything to have haste when it hits the battlefield. Then we have Collected Company. We can play either main phase or on end step. Main phase if we have Zariel out as well, so that we can really swing in for the damage. Also, another couple quick changes. Seasoned Pyromancer, I put 2 back into the sideboard for best of one and brought in 2 of the Clothus for a little bit of graveyard hate. And Clothus actually gets turned on fairly easy in this deck. So that's the deck. For removal, we have a Bone Crusher Giant, also helps against anything that's damage prevention spell. Shatter Skull Smashing to open up the path a little bit if we need to. And let's take it for a ride and see how we do. Okay, the Shamans taken to the field. Gigantha. Alright, let's give it a go. Let's slow this down for a second then. We're all burn all the time over here. Okay, mono red. And I think we have no choice but to get on the board and stop the Steamkin before it gets out of hand. next turn we can Coco. Courier. That's fine. Rolling Void. Okay. Let's go Burning Tree Emissary into Coco and just see if we can actually hit our Rage Forger and Prodigy. We don't. We can put Cloythus and... There we go. Okay. Turn to 1 Land of Wells, turn to a Necromancer into Visionary. Sure. So some removal here on turn is absolutely essential against this deck. Let's lead with our Stomp. And then we can go... Pyromancer could be good next turn. Yeah, I like this right now. Get in with the Bone Crusher Giant. Pyromancer is also a Shaman. Okay, this could be a standoff here. So we can Shatter Skull for what? 3? We'll see if they are willing to trade anywhere. Let's get in like this. See if we can get a block on Marwyn for one of these 2/2s. Maybe. Or just realizing that they win if they untap like this. Okay, so Shatter Skull smashing for 3 now, and so 2 on this War Master and 1 on the Allosaurus. Probably should have killed Marwyn now that I'm looking at it. So we can tap for 7 mana. Just emptying our hand here. Okay. So a Rage Forger wins us the game. Not a Rage Forger. Ten blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 get an in. Well, unfortunately. We're stuck in a holding pattern. Usually a deadly one when you're against elves. Especially now. Again, a Rage Forger wins the game. And Fauna Shaman can... any creature, actually, and then we can tutor it up on the next turn. Now, can he do this at instant speed? Yes. So we're going to block like this. And... like this. Actually, we'll block like this. Just in case we need the extra mana. Creature? Beautiful. Rage Forger. Should be banned. And it's just gained from the damage to the dome. So a little bit of a standoff on the battlefield, and it's just the reach you can get with Rage Forger that let us get through on that one. All right, well, that's it for this. Shamans is a fun deck. I find it's there's a lot of variance in it. I mean, you're trying to smash and go, right? And there are some decks that are equally as quick. Merfolk and Elves come to mind, but the reach of Rage Forger just can hardly be matched in the format. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you again with another Deck Tech very, very soon.